X's and O's with Leroy Butler. Now, here's Tom Silverstein.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to X's and O's with Leroy Butler. We're heading into the San Francisco 49ers game where the Green Bay Packers are going to have to try to stop this running game of the 49ers. And we know how that went in the playoffs and even in the regular season meeting last year. This is a huge challenge, even though the 49ers are missing three of their top running backs. It's still a challenge, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no question. They have a system. Their system is they want to run the football, a lot of misdirection stuff, but they want to get any running back to the secondary, you're one-on-one with a defensive back.
So before we look at a really creative play by Kyle Shanahan, I thought we could take a look at the Packers' run defense against the Vikings. I know you don't want to look at this, but
no, I don't. But you guys like this kind of stuff.
We got to break this down. All right. So let's start out and tell us what we got. We got an I formation from the Vikings. What else?
Let's do a couple of coaching points here.
Okay.
First of all, Martin's stance is too wide. You got to be a little bit more compact. And the reason why you want that, now he will eventually bring them in, but you want to be able to go, backwards and, east, west, and north and south. And then right here, Zadarius is making, I don't know if he's making a call or something, but
he made some call he and Preston Smith made some kind of call.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, though.
But looking at this is the alignment. You do three things: alignment, assignment, and execution. But look at that A gap, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
You're already giving that up. And this is the base defense or base 3-4 defense. You got 4 linebackers here and you got the 3 linemen here. Now, you would think about this is the best way to stop the run is to play your base defense. But for some reason, they're willing to give up this particular gap. Now, back in the 90s, we wouldn't have the guy shaded to the weak side. We would have him shaded to the strong side, and we would put this guy right in that gap, okay? And we put a lot of stress on our outside linebacker to squeeze it, okay? It just kind of messes up the blocking scheme, but it makes it difficult right here, right away. And the reason why I say that, Tom, is because you already given up an angle with this double team, because Kenny Clark has to stay in this particular gap.
Okay? Why is this area here? If I can get my marker to work. Hang on one second. There we go. Why is this area open? There's no coverage. He's going to be in a wide 7, is that? Or 9?
Well, yeah, he's on a true 9 technique there.
Yeah. So why did they leave that open and not spread the line a little bit? Is that because this linebacker, Kamal Martin, has the tight end?
Well, I would think they're playing some kind of a zone, you would think, and they want somebody to always to redirect the tight end. But I think he can do it if he lined up right here, right in that A gap. I'll make a little stick man to be funny and put him right there.
Okay.
He can always go there and he can always go there, but that would protect this particular A gap. Because that's where you get in trouble. You're basically giving up a gap already. So it's almost like you're one man down. But these people won't factor in it. They won't even factor in it. Now you look at the front side, they got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys to block 1, 2, 3. So you're kind of a man down. So you got to look at those numbers. And if I was, I know Pettit puts in 18-hour days, but I would square my nose up a little bit and have him 2 gap to put where you can look at, play both sides of the A gaps if you want to let your linebackers flow. Because once this double team, and we'll show it in a minute, once this double team is there, he can go here or here to either one of your linebackers. It's kind of an easy block. Now, what you could do is bring Kenny Clark down on the guard. Okay, and you can just bring Kamal Martin up, and you could put Barnes right in the middle. That would take away every particular gap, or you could bring one of your safeties down as well and put him in one of the B gaps.
This is where I think they miss Blake Martinez, because you would often see him come down and tap the guy on the butt and say, move over, get in here, and I'll cover this gap.
You got two babies in here. They're young guys. They're not
right
yet. Yeah.
That's where they kind of miss veteran aspect. Okay, so the key to this whole thing is the double team block on Kenny Clark.
That's the key. And
Kenny Clark is a very, very good player, but that's 310-pound guys pounding on him, and he just doesn't play it very well, right?
Yeah, you gotta try to stay square and stay right in this gap, Tom. You don't want to show your name, and we'll look and see if we can see his name in a minute. That way, if you do that, when this guy slips off, he can take this gap. And then now you got your linebacker to come in here, and now your other linebacker can come over the top. And that'll, hold that to a minimum gain than having 16 to 17 yards.
So with everybody shaded, with Kingsley Keke shaded as you showed, why is he coming over to this gap? This should be covered, right? I mean, shouldn't he not commit and just kind of hang here and wait to see where the run goes? Because this area is covered, right?
Yeah, see, you have a guy in this gap, you have a guy in that gap, and you have a guy in that gap. So he should be, I think this is Barnes, he should be patient and come right here to that undisclosed gap. And now, you would think that he can mirror the tailback and make this tackle right here.
Yeah.
Worst case, this guy leaks out and there's a bootleg, but that's why you have your outside backer to take him in the flat, and you could be more aggressive. So they gotta, I would suggest backing up a little bit more, maybe 5 yards, so you can get a more clean look. If you get caught up in this trash, you're just ineffective. And it just become one of these chase modes. You're chasing instead of coming downhill.
Okay. So let's go to the next one. Now we get a better look at how the cutback occurs. So he started here, and now he's cutting back, noticing that Barnes has come to fill this gap, even though there's a fullback there. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's committed, right?
Yes, yeah, he's definitely committed. And that fullback was going to search him out. If he was here, if he comes over here, the fullback will come over there, but that's fine. You'll make Dalvin Cook shuffle his feet and try to get outside, and then that's where all your brothers are out there waiting. Yeah. And if you look here, look at that double team, and you can see a player's name that's not good on the defensive line. But again, most guys sometimes will spin out, but that creates another hole, and that cuts off your linebacker. Now you can see some little feet right there. That puts stress on your safety and your cornerback to come in here to make this play down the field.
Right. But, if you got a big, strong safety, this guy should be able to come down and make this tackle. Now, there's going to be a wide receiver coming here to crack him.
Yep.
But if you see the ball, you got to come and get it, don't you?
Yeah, you got to make this block for this receiver when he can. We'll see it the next photo. Adam Thielen is coming in to cut the safety off, and Josh Jackson has to replace. You got to replace him. Otherwise, it makes a huge gap. So when you replace him, that'll make there. Oh, great shot. Go back to 4.
Yeah.
Great shot. See, when he's getting blocked, you got to come and close this gap.
Right.
And he actually does a great job of holding this, because this could have been a touchdown. Okay. So, and another thing he's doing good is that he's in good position, because you don't want him out here.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes out there, it is a touchdown. So you want to try to turn him back inside, and then you got to get rid of this guy.
Yeah. You can't let that guy block you.
Yeah. You got to get him in. Don't let him get his hands in on you. And those are good coaching points. Don't let a guy engage you, because you can get a holding call if you get him off of you and get away from him. He'll just have to reach, and you get a holding call from that.
This is where Savage's size really hurts him. I think, in this defense, because when he's got to come down and fill, he's got to get down around the ankles. He's not going to blow anybody up.
Yeah, he got to use his speed and athletic ability. When you recognize his run, if you go back to, can you go back to 2 for me real quick? Yeah, once you see these linemen down, that's run. You can come. Yeah, you can come.
Yeah, you'd like to, what you would like to see in this one here is do what like Jair Alexander is known for doing, which is just, blasting through this guy with all your might. And, he does that on screens, on wide receiver screens, and blows it up. You just can't let yourself get blocked there. So anyway, we'll go to the last one. And here we see Josh Jackson does make the tackle. That's big. But, it's a 12-yard gain.
Now, you want me to determine whether or not if you got a good defense? How many guys behind the play are running?
Right.
How many guys are running? Now, talent-wise, athletically, you may be behind a little bit. But these guys have to chase, Tom, because you never know. This guy may fumble. You could pick it up and score.
Yeah.
So you have to chase and always hustle. That makes a great defense. But again, they're going to see this same play, this week. So you got to play it a lot better.
Yeah, and, you think about the really good defenses, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. Those teams swarm to the ball. They're there, and I don't see a lot of swarming there. Okay, so let's go to – this is a play from the 49ers New England game 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And I love this play. Kyle Shanahan, like you said, has a system. Yep. And so he's missing Raheem Mostert. Tariq Cohen, I believe, was out this game. And so he's got Jeff Wilson here. Does it matter? Not really.
No, they have a system. They're like the Wisconsin Badger. Just put in any guy, just run the system.
Tell me what you said about the tight ends when we were first looking at this.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say that look at the receivers, short splits, sort of what the backers do. And whenever you see a tight end off, we would declare him as a fullback because he's in that position to block and to come in motion, misdirection stuff. That kind of stuff is very key. And if you look at what they would like to do, they want to try to separate. They try to separate your defense and make you play 2 halves. Like these guys, they want you concentrating this way. These guys concentrate on that way. You got to make sure you don't separate your defense. Otherwise, it becomes kind of guesswork. So again, the act will tell you by these guards what they're trying to do. And what's so good about this play? It don't really matter who's the quarterback. It's just a system. It's a true system. But again, go back and look at where the receivers are. Tom, they're down. Sorry about that. They're down close because they want to get a good blocking angle. They may come in here sometime and wall off the linebacker, or they can do play action and run routes too. This thing they can do, but it's the reason why they bring these guys in and have the tight end off the ball.
Okay. So we'll get a view from behind, and this is the start of the play. And I'll just show that tight end / fullback you were talking about is right here. He's coming across the formation.
Yep.
And essentially that holds this linebacker, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Because remember, everybody's stepping this way. Okay. And you got one guy stepping this way, the tight end going this way, and you got one more tight end / fullback coming this way. So if you're a linebacker, you think, oh, that's the bootleg. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. If you're the safety, you're thinking, okay, I don't see any linemen downfield. They're stepping. So it could be bootleg as well. So he holds just enough, and that's all they want you to do. Hold just enough to get the running back a chance to let the blocks just kind of work itself out. And again, you see the receiver over here. But you see the receiver here, he's going to just try to run off and try to act like he's running a route instead of blocking you.
Yeah.
So normally what they would do, Tom, they would bring the receiver in here to block this safety and make it one-on-one with this cornerback outside.
But they're holding them with the play action. With
exactly.
Well, not the play action, but the bootleg.
Yeah.
And what I love about this is it's like two different plays. You got they hold 4 guys over here with 2 guys, because they've got this tight end coming over and they got these 2 other guys. So they've taken four guys out of the play with 3 guys.
Exactly.
And to me, that's just like genius. So we'll take a look from up. Actually, another look from behind, and you can kind of see how now the linebacker is behind the play.
Yeah, at this point, he may as well stay back for the cutback. But if you're the safety, remember I told you their system is to get their running back one-on-one with the safety or defensive back. But remember, Gilmore, he's playing man-to-man. He's not even in tune to what's going on. But once he does, it's going to be too late. But again, look at the blocking scheme here. Just wall you off, and then you get Big 75 to wall off anybody to this level. So if 51 does try to come here, he'll just seal him off.
Yeah, so, and the beauty is, we'll look in this next one, is that here you got those 4 guys just all taken up,
Yeah, they're not even any help.
Right. And so, as you said, what they've done is created a one-on-one between Wilson and the safety.
Yep. And that can be McKinnon, McHastings. It don't matter. They're going to try to get you here, and out there they're hoping you just, the wide receiver, wall off the corner, and in a perfect world, you'll score. Now, they know the defensive front of Pettit is going to run. He has to mix it up to where make them accountable. You made a great point. There's nothing wrong with their offensive line, So they're going to try to mix it up and do some of the things to make sure no pressure is on the backup quarterback to win the game.
Right. Okay, and then the last photo we have of him taking it to the house. This one for a touchdown.
You see, by running a route, you create the leverage on your corner. But at that point, it's too late anyway, because your safety took a bad angle. His angle should be here to try to tackle him right about here to line up again. Anything can happen. But if you look at the way these guys, the offensive linemen, they're running down the cutoff lanes. So these guys, just in case you have to cut back down the field, it won't be really effective. I mean, it's a great play, and the Packers know they're going to run this play. Just that when you see these receivers in tight, they're coming in there to block.
Right.
They're coming in there for play action, but just read your keys, read your guards. When they don't have a fullback in, they actually do. When they got 2 tight ends off the ball, they put them off the ball, Tom, to move.
Yeah.
They don't put them off the ball to run routes.
Right.
They put them off to run bootlegs, blocking, whams.
Packers do the same thing.
Exactly. They're going to mirror the same offense. They're about to play the same offense that they see every day in practice.
Okay. Well, we'll probably see this play whenever the Packers and 49ers play. So hopefully, it gives you a good understanding of where things are at with the Packers run defense and what the 49ers are going to throw at them.
Yep.
So that's our episode. You have a couple of sponsors you want to thank.
Yeah, the Jewelry Center, Ivanhoe Pub and Eatery, GameDayBrats.com, my special brat, and Pick and Save, of course. And I'm working on some other sponsors as well, so I appreciate the sponsorship, and I appreciate the fans. You guys have been fantastic. So if you have questions for when the Packers play, you can always go to Tom Silverstein, and at Leap36 for myself. You can go to PackerNews.com or JSOnline.com, whatever. We're always somewhere to be found, right?
Yeah, and don't forget to come to either your Facebook page or JS Online for our pregame Thursday night, assuming they play Thursday night.
Yep.
And if they don't, then we'll let you know when
we'll adjust with the NFL.
Yep.
It's Leroy Butler, and I approve this message.
All right. All right. Everyone stay safe. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.